Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Luke.
And this is our podcast where we take a look at every single Love Live song from the beginning until now and analyze all of them. So we got something very special for you planned today. First of all, we got a big announcement at the very end of this video. So make sure you stick around for that. It's a new series we're going to work on.
Get high.
Welcome to our second block. First we have the subunit block, and now we have the solo song block, which is going to be 3 episodes, each with different girls per episode, just their solo songs. So Luke, why don't you take us a look at that? Why don't you take us a look at that? That was pretty good. Okay, all right, go ahead, Luke.
So we're gonna be going through the solo songs from the duo trio songs. There's 9 of them. Obviously, there's 9 girls, and the 4 solo songs that were included for the second years. There was a big vote that happened, and the second years got chosen. Not specifically the age group, but the 3 girls coincidentally got chosen to get the solo songs made of them. So Honk's got 2, Kotori's got 1, and Umi's got 1. So we're gonna be going over those 13 songs, and then we're gonna have a little sprinkle of something else at the end of the 3rd week. So stay excited for that one. It's gonna be a little bit of a secret.
Can't wait.
So this first week we're gonna be going over Kotori and Honk. Next week is Ren, Umi, Maki, and Ellie, and then the last week will be Nico, Nozomi, and Hanayo, and then the little bit extra. So you get excited. That's kind of our schedule for the next 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. It's important to note we have a lot to cover in these 2 episodes, so sorry if it seems like we're rushing. We just want to keep this in a reasonable time and make sure we talk about each and every song, because there's a lot to talk about. 5
songs is a lot of songs, so we're gonna try to get through them. Obviously, if there's a lot we want to say about something, we'll take our time on it. But we're gonna try to get through it.
So last time we looked at the very first duo trio songs, and our question was, what group never sang together, like a duo or trio, that you would have loved to see? And we got about 4 or 5 different comments that said Rin and Hanayo. And when we all being me, Luke, and EJ, were coming up with groups, none of us even considered this group, and I don't know how that happened. I guess I just kind of assumed that they had a song, and I was like, oh yeah, they have a song, but they don't. And that's pretty crazy. So shout out to everybody who gave that answer. And then we got another comment here from Nick Vanderhoven. I hope I said that right. Would absolutely love a Nico and Honoka song. The 2 together would have been so much fun. I'd imagine they do an upbeat song with a slower bridge, and then just to jump back down into the chorus, kind of like Mermaid Festa 2, but with Nico instead of Rin, I guess. Okay, I can totally understand that too. I'd imagine Honoka just kind of singing super nicely in the chorus, then Nico just in the background just yelling about some stuff,
dude, can we get that would be a Nico rapping song.
Yeah.
100%. That would have been a fun song to hear.
I agree. Yeah, that would have been really fun. So, are you ready to hop in without any? No, we're not. We're not gonna skip news again for the 18th week in a row. Happy birthday, Shuka. The live is going on right now.
Kusen's dog's birthday.
Yeah, Kusen's dog.
Very important.
It's Kusen's dog's birthday.
Very
the most important news. Okay. What's first? Spicaterrible?
Spicaterrible is a good song.
Spicaterrible is a great song. Here it is now.
So pretty steady, consistent across these three second year songs was they finally like let these girls kind of belt it. I guess it's 4 songs, but there's one in particular on the Honoka songs that I'm thinking of, and Kotori belts it in this one. Like this is probably her most powerful vocal performance in all of Love Live and all of Muse, and it's near the beginning. And I think I think the song's vocally is amazing.
Wow, someone's really strong towards the beginning. I know someone like that. But anyway,
sad.
No, this song, it is absolutely no wonder when people say, like, hey guys, can someone point me in the direction of some great Kotori songs? Like, almost like 90% of the time, this will be the first one people say. Like, hey, go listen to this one. I'm like, okay. No, this song is fantastic, and it's so not what we're used to hearing from Kotori, and I like that a whole lot. I like After School Navigators is like the big one where it's like, hey, it's Love Live, but here's like a metal song, and then, you know, Hanayo being alto in the beginning, it's just, wow. Like, I love songs that don't necessarily, you know, I don't want to say meet expectations because that makes it sound like a bad thing, but aren't what you'd expect. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, no, this song's super powerful. I think the backing it really plays into that. You know, it's kind of this like solemn sounding song, almost. You know, it almost sounds depressing. I know you're talking about the lyrics earlier on it.
Oh yeah. It's kind of funny because the other song is Blueberry Train, right? And we'll get there. But we got the deep Love Live lore here. Very important. This whole song is about like, I'm scared, I have to open up, whatever. And it's a whole thing where it's like, I like you, I want you to like me back, and it's just really dark. Not dark, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like I want you, whatever. Like my life, I just want to open up to you. And then Blueberry Train is like, da 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 da. Hello, I'm going on a date. I don't want to be late for my date. And it's like
that was the almost like 3-year Love Live lore, dude.
Yeah. So they
It took him like 2 years to bring it full circle.
Yeah, the person said yes in Spicaterrible, and now in Blueberry Train, I'm getting ready for my date with this person. Like, that's the deep lore. But no.
Another part of the song that I think is really great, songs that have great live performances, I adore that. When a song has a great live performance to go along with its great performance on the CD. And Uchi, you don't get to see her perform these really powerful songs live very often because she doesn't have any other than this one, and this song live is really good. And I don't think it's very easy to find one online, but I'm sure you can. You don't got to download the whole live. You could probably find it on YouTube or Vimeo somewhere or something, but it's a really powerful performance live
on Vimeo. Yeah, when in doubt, like
when in doubt, Vimeo it out. Back to the backing though. The backing's like super neat. It has that guitar going through the whole thing that's just super somber. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I also think how it's kind of funny how this is... We've mentioned this before about the quintessential Muse song has Spanish guitar and talking in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one fits the bill.
Is this the Muse song? This is the one.
Yeah, even though I don't have a single clue what she's saying during that part, I feel sad. I understand. She's going through some stuff. It's gonna be okay, Kotori. You're gonna make it.
She's my present, my future. They exist in you. My wishes are bursting out of me. I won't voice them because they won't disappear. Yeah, they're knocking on my door. I want to open up. The terrible of stars. That's some good English right there. The terrible of stars. That's pretty good.
That's good stuff.
And then
another thing that will go between these 4 songs is that they all have just great chorus backing. This song has one of my favorite chorus backings of any song. Like I feel like the chorus is like so powerful. It's like whipping you around everywhere, you know? Like I feel like this is a song where like she's like switching back and forth on the microphone, like just rocking out, you know?
Yeah.
And the other 3 songs have the same like effect on me. The choruses are super strong.
This falls under the category of the song straps you in a roller coaster and says, "All right, bye," and then you're just at the mercy of the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. This is on the At Work playlist.
Oh, this is from the first live. No wonder we can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
About 8 whole people there, dude. You might get like a flip phone recording.
Yeah, you get it on a Razor or something. Yeah. That was in 2010. iPhones are out gone. 2011.
2011. Yeah, 2011.
Maybe 2012.
No.
First live 2012.
the song came out in 2011. First live, I'll tell you right.
The first live was
2012.
Yeah,
My bad.
The worst lore masters. All right, let's go to the next song. Are we done?
All right, he said yes, or maybe she said yes. Who are we to judge? And now we got Blueberry Train. So deep lore, let's go.
Honoka said yes.
And just like that, it's exactly what you'd expect from Kotori, coming from Spicaterrible.
What a difference 10 seconds makes.
Is there a more definitive Kotori song than this one?
Is this secondary question? Is this the most bubbly song in all of Love Live? It's up there. It's got to be up there with some of the most bubbly prom tom songs.
Pua Pua Nico Puri is kind of pretty great too. Pyong Pika Pyong Pong Kawi. That means like bouncy bounce. Bouncy bounce, how cute. Come on. But bouncy bounce, how cute. Come on.
Right,
okay, but anyway.
Very bubbly, very Kotori.
Yeah,
very like
time,
fun.
Nico.
She does not say unfortunately she does. I don't think she says macaroons in this song. So, which she has like a 100% macaroon rating up to this point in bubbly songs, but I think she throws that away in this one.
So we were talking before about the lyrics of this song, and let me tell you, they are deep. Like these are, all right. Like take a look at this. Leave it on, take it off. I turn around. Does the ribbon look good in my hair?
Does it? I guess we'll never know. I don't know. It's looked pretty good consistently. This could be the one time where it's bad though.
I'm going to be late. Oh no! Dash to the station. Will I start my first date off with an apology? This is what I come to Love Live for.
I think if you're a big Kotori fan, when I think of Kotori, like their biggest, what is the most Kotori song? This is the most Kotori song, like we were just saying. And if you're a huge Kotori fan, you adore this song. I gotta imagine, like I love Kotori. I don't dislike Kotori, but if Kotori is your favorite Love Live girl, this is your favorite Love Live song, I feel.
I feel like this is definitely not the best Love Live song. I like the song like pretty a lot. Like this probably falls in, like, if I had to make like a big top 50 list, this is probably in there. I like the song, but I feel like Spicaterrible is way better, just not way more Kotori. And this song is just Kotori. Like, I mean, we already said that, but like it's true. This is like, it's almost like Kotori wrote this song like in real life.
Yeah.
Like Lantis brought Kotori, like, all right.
This is the song she was working on when
I was
in season
just gonna
in season
say this.
1.
Oh my god.
In season 1, when she's writing Wonder Zone, this is the song she was actually working on. That was the first draft. Something about the song that I really like, other than the fact that it is Kotori, is I really like the drums in it. The drums are so sick, and they're so, like, whenever they feel almost like they work, but it almost like shocks me that whenever they happen, I'm like, why are these like drums in here? This is so weird.
But don't sleep on the on the guitar solo with the weird phaser effect. The
Yeah,
second that kicked
really
in,
cool.
I was like, is this organ? Has there been organ in this song the whole time? And I was like, nope. I mean, please don't be like analyze this and find out that there actually is organ and then just discredit me and everything I have to say.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, don't listen. Actually, don't listen to this song ever. Actually.
Yeah, don't listen to this episode. Keep listening, please. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe.
Donate to our Patreon that doesn't exist.
Donate to our Patreon. Check out our Facebook and our Twitter. We don't have a Twitter. I feel like out of all of the solo songs, this batch that we're going to be going through over these next 3 weeks, this is the most like the girl that sings it. You know, this fits Kotori so incredibly well, and we've said that before, and I'm going to keep saying it because it is.
Because that's what it is. I mean, like, that's like the whole point of the song. Like, I mean, bottom line, it's a pretty good song, and when you think of the song, like, if you were to play the song completely out of context, and if you had the lyrics in front of you and you had the instrumental, you're like, who would sing this song? Like, I have no doubt in my mind that if you know, like, the names of the girls in Love Live, you could tell me that Kotori sings this song. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that you wouldn't be able to answer that question. But I mean, the song. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I was gonna end it.
Another small thing that I wanted to bring up. I feel like you know the scene in Alice in Wonderland at the very beginning when she's like falling down into the hole.
Oh, like the trippy part?
Yeah. I feel like the part right before the guitar solo, right after that chorus, where it's like that part right there, it totally feels like whenever I listen to that, I'm like, oh, Kotori's like, congratulations, you're in Wonderland now. Have fun with the weird cat.
Yeah, congratulations, you're falling.
Falling.
Okay, but I think it's finally time to move on to, our mini Honoka block, let's be honest.
Yeah, mini Honoka.
18 billion solo songs.
Adore this next song.
Okay, you ready?
Is lit. My absolute favorite thing in Love Live songs is when they just let the girls belt it. And I feel like in this song, more than any other, this is the only time I feel that we ever get to see Honoka just belt it. And she does it so well in the chorus. She just goes ham. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she gets to on some solo mixes. Like, definitively, I think Snow Halation is the big one, where you listen to it and it's like, because like, I don't want to say I'm not the biggest Honoka fan. Like, I think she's great. I just think other girls are better. And I listened to all the Snow Halation solo mixes, and then I got to Honoka's. I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be whatever. And it was, like, mind-blowing how good that song was when Honoka sang it. So I feel like Snow Halation's a strong contender, but I totally get what you're saying with this one.
Yeah, I think because the solo mixes are kind of like their own separate thing, I don't really count those in when I'm talking about that. But
okay.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So, bottom line here, I think the one takeaway from this song is that Lantis knows how to make a song catchy, if we're being real here.
I love the dun 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 dun. They're so good. I love the little tricks of the backing. I don't think the backing is super special, but there's a couple points where I think the backing is like very well done. Like at those points, I think the backing in the chorus is really nice to listen to. But that could just be because the chorus is so great to listen to.
Okay, so this is like a weird phenomenon, and like I could totally be the only one that this happens to, but I just thought I'd mention it anyway, just in case maybe you, I don't know, maybe someone will understand. You ever just like, okay, we've talked about listening to songs and like tuning out to songs before, right? Where it's like, Todokanai, for example, from Aqua's is like a totally good song to tune out to, because it's like, you don't have to think about it. Like, you just listen to it and it's pleasant. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like super great, but you're just like, okay, it's a song, and you like listen to it and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
So this song, I don't want to say it's a tune-out song, but the sheer vocal performance from Honoka, this happens with quite a few Love Live songs when like the girls just are the best in the song. You listen to the song, and then you can like tune out for a little bit, and then when your brain kicks back into gear, like 30 seconds later, the first thing you hear, because like at any point of the song, you could literally be like, you could literally drag the slider to any point in the song, and you'll hear Honoka just singing something amazingly. When you tune back in, 99% of the time you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's Honoka, she's still singing great. And like even if you tune out again and you come back and like, oh hey, Honoka's here, and like you're like delighted to hear Honoka every time. Like it's not like you're gonna tune back in at a bad part, like, oh I missed my favorite part or I missed the good part. That never happens because the whole song is the good part.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. This song got onto my like at work playlist at one point because I was noticing whenever it came on, when I just had like the full shuffle on my phone, I was like, and whenever it came on, I was like, wow, this song's really good. I wish I could listen to it more. And then like those songs, you know, I tend to listen to more closely, you know, and I realized I was like,
yeah,
this song's really not something to listen to closely. It's just something to really enjoy, you know.
I know what you mean. I'm like trying to compare it to something. It's like, don't think about this. Just okay. You know what this is? You know what this song is? This song is Gurren Lagann.
Workout music.
Okay. This song is Gurren Lagann, the song where it's like, here's the thing. Please enjoy this piece of media, but whatever you do, don't think about it. Just take this and absorb it, like it.
Yeah, it's really good, but after you're done with it, you were like, wow, that's really good. That's one of my favorite animes of all time. And then like you don't talk about it again. Yeah.
That's totally true. I didn't even think of it like that.
No, I think this is one of Honker's best vocal performances, bar none. And I think that's really cool how in such an old single, between these three singles for the second years, they were all so good vocally so early on, and we didn't really get to see a lot of these amazing, just like great, powerful vocal performances from them throughout the rest of Love Live, except for Umi.
Yeah,
every time Umi sings great.
It's okay. Hey, you got to plug. I get it. I mean, how many times I mentioned Hanayo when it was hey Hanayo when it wasn't appropriate. No, I feel like if we're being honest here, like looking back in retrospect, I feel like Lantis is doing a lot better of a job with Aquas than they did with Muse in terms of giving them roles that fit and actually get better over time. Not to say Muse got worse over time, because that's not at all what we mean, but it's just Muse had a lot of bangers like really early. And then, I don't want to say there was like a dry spot, but there was just a lot of stuff where there was just not too much action going on, you know what I mean? Where it's like almost consistently every Aqua song that comes out. I mean, yeah, I like the group a little bit more, but I feel like they're, like for example, the big thing I can think of is telling Furuden not to sing in character voice. I mean, assuming that's what happened. Like, you know, how she was singing like super childish, super like Ruby, super. And then all of a sudden now with these like last three songs, it's been like, oh, never mind. She's a great singer, as it turns out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the anti Hanayo.
That just comes with experience of knowing how to run an idol group, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The composers and the writers have more experience now. The writer, I guess.
Yeah.
There's only one.
But don't forget that idol groups are dying. Look out for our new podcast, Holy Heck, I Really Like Bang Dream.
Unlucky.
Coming this fall.
Okay, move on.
That's not the project.
I want to talk about Bang Dream.
That's not the solo. That's not the thing. That's not the thing.
I want to talk about Bang Dream.
That's not the new series.
It failed. No. Me Marine was in it.
So, this is not Genki girl music, Honoka. Explain yourself.
What happened?
No, this song is good. This song is real good. Again, coining the term baby maybe koi no button syndrome. This song is next to the last song, which inherently makes it worse, just because you're always going to be comparing it to the other song, even though they're completely different. I just think the other song outshines this one almost completely.
And it's definitely like the comparison of, the faster paced song versus the slower paced song, and the faster paced song can end up doing that, especially when it's the single. It'll just outshine the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm typically a guy, like we've talked before, like Naotobi is my number 4, and I got a few other slower ones in there. Like, I like slow Love Live songs, like I really do. I like slow songs in general, like I'm learning piano, so it's like, it's nice to be able to try and play some of these songs, but I feel like, especially from a girl like Honoka, like, if this was like an Umi song, or no, like an Ellie song, maybe, or even like a Hanao song, I'm a little biased here, like, I feel like that this would have fit them a little bit more. Not to say it doesn't fit Honoka, it's just not what I would expect, you know what I mean? And I know I was saying that I liked that before, because like I totally do. Like it's just a neat touch. It's just, I almost feel like other girls could have done it better than Honoka did. You feel me?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I think that these two songs are kind of weird. These two Hanukkah solo songs are kind of weird because they almost sound less like Hanukkah and more like Emitsun, just like actually Emitsun singing.
Yeah, actual Emitsun in real life.
Yeah, which by the way, she's got a herniated discs in her back now, so she had to drop out of the live that she was in. Keep her in your thoughts. Feels bad.
Oh no.
But back on track.
This took a turn to the sad B-side.
Back on track. I do feel like out of any moment in Love Live, other than the Wild Star solo mixes, which intentionally were supposed to be them singing, like not like their characters at parts, I feel like these two songs sound the most like they're Seiyu just singing. And you could say that Nanja just always sounds like herself, and that's fair. But it just sounds more like Emitsun, and I really like that about these two songs.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, I always want to like reiterate and say, like, no matter how much I say, unless we're talking about love novels, I think that song is a travesty, but it's okay if you like it. No, actually, I've been listening to love novels a little bit, not as bad as I thought it was, but back on track again.
Top 10 win.
Yeah, love novel's my favorite song of all time. No, this song is not at all a bad song, not even close to a bad song. It's just legit criticisms. I feel like some other girls could have done it better, and I feel like it's just it's impossible to be like, I can't think of an example in my head where the slow B-side was typically regarded as like the more exciting one, you know what I mean, like the better one than the main one. Shinrai Love Oshiete Love, yeah, Shinrai Love Oshiete Love being like the kind of like weird exception where they're like both upbeat and like the B-side ends up like outshining it completely, being a Nonegabre, but that's an anomaly, you know.
And I know for you, with Sharon's first single, Yozuru Nande Mo totally like outclasses Genki's like I did today.
Yes, but that's generally not like the received opinion.
Right.
You're totally right. You're
and
totally right.
That does happen where a side song does eclipse the single. Like a Nonegabre is for me the biggest example.
I was actually, speaking of this, I was looking at some of EJ's primers after we got done recording, just to like, see some perspective like on the songs that we talked about too, see if we kind of got like the same thoughts here. And out of curiosity, I checked out the one for Yozuru Nandemo, and there was a very interesting comment that said, this song is so great. Like, where was the hype for this song? Like, legitimately, I don't remember who said it. I'm sorry if you're listening right now, but they're like, did I miss the hype for the song? Was it there? And I think EJ was the one who replied with like, no, it wasn't. Like, it's just kind of like the slow B-side. It's like, but it's so good. And again, if this is your favorite song, like, please feel free to be like, no, this is the best song. Like, you're totally in the right by saying that if it's your favorite.
And correct me if I'm wrong down below. I have the entire wealth of human information at my fingertips, but I'm not going to type on my keyboard. That's way too much work. I'm pretty sure Kotori won the vote for who's going to get a solo song, but Hanukkah gets 2 songs. The main character syndrome.
Is that right? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, please. Call me an idiot, but I'm pretty sure Kotori actually won the vote. and then they gave it to the second and third, and one of them was
Atlantis
the second
is a sham. This is
Atlantis
rigged,
is
dude.
a sham. It's all rigged. One last thing before we move on to the next song. I love there's not a lot of album arts that I really adore, but this is one of my favorites. Like, we were watching it, we were listening to the song, and I was like, man, I just love this album art. And Tyler was like, yeah, it looks like you just told her we're going to Disney World. I'm like, I want to tell Hanukkah we're going to Disney World. I want to tell her we're going to Disney World.
Hey, come on, fam. Don't sleep on Chest Envy BB, where everyone's like pissed off that they're not as well endowed as Ellie.
Well, no. The other two members are like flaunting it off, and Nico's very, very insecure about it. It's good.
Yeah, very self-conscious. Okay, the one thing I really did want to say, though, completely blanked on it until now. You can hear it especially well in the intro. When the drums kick in, it's very interesting drums. It almost sounds like those little, not maracas, but like those little shaky eggs. I have one. I call it the shaky egg. The drums are like, and it sounds like a blueberry train. But I like that a whole lot. I think that's really unique, and I just wanted to just kind of mention that. I wouldn't want to miss that. So
yeah, and make sure to post your favorite shaky egg video in the comments down below.
That's a new genre. It's like ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR shaky eggs down in the comments below, please.
Okay, so let's move on to Honoka's last song, which is
Someday
in My Life. Oh, that was a lot easier than I was like initially thinking.
Come on, dude, get it together.
Oh, let's go.
風が呼んでる木が騒いだ桜色踊る季節思い出がまたひらひら舞い降りて出会いの日を思い出すの最初から熱く強く始まりの胸騒ぎ勝ち続けていた
I feel like with this song, Honkers becomes the undeniable queen of the final chorus. Like her final choruses are so good. They're so consistently so powerful. You got this, you got Snow Halation, like, oh my god, they're so good.
Bokutachi.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of.
No, that's like the very end.
Yeah, that's like the outro.
I
guess
that's less powerful, more like soul crushing.
Yeah, but yeah. No, but she has a way to do it. And the only reason I'm not going to immediately agree with you is that there's so much fierce competition that I can't say for certain that she's the queen. Like,
I think for me it's like Hanukkah or Umi, but I just say
surprise
Umi all the time. Yeah, I know, right?
No,
Have you heard Date Ate no Mujo? No. I think this is just like another very good honk song. I kind of like the backing in the song. It feels kind of like almost funky. Like whenever I go into it, I'm like, oh, this is that like techno song, and it's totally not. Like for some reason, this just like whenever I go into it, all I can think of is a techno song, and then it's like not a techno song at all. It's really weird. Like this feeling I have towards this song.
Can we all just be real with ourselves, like just for a second? Like in Love Live, there's a lot of songs that you won't know what they are until like the 7 or 8 second mark kicks in. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like,
yeah.
I feel like this falls under the category. It's like, oh, it's that. Oh, hey, Honoka, how you doing, fam? Nice of you to show up. I feel like this is one of them. It's just something I've wanted to say. Like, there's so many Love Live songs where it's like the first 5 seconds happens, I'm like, am I an idiot? Like, what is this song? And then all of a sudden it's like Moment Ring or something. Like, oh yeah, I know this song. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is just another super solid Honoka performance. Consistently throughout her 5 solo songs she gets, they're just consistently good, like super solid. I think that's what that exemplifies. And when your solo songs exemplify who your character is, just the super solid rock of the group, vocally, then I think your solo songs are going pretty good.
These last 3 songs, well, actually, not so much the last one, but the first one and this one, all about following your dream and saying, like, we can do it. Is anyone, raise your hand if you're surprised that the main character, Genki girl, fight the Taiuou.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of honk coming up, leading into that announcement later on.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just realized
we're getting some honk action in.
We got.
No, I think the hardest thing for us is talking about solo songs is hard, man.
No, this has to be said. Like, it is.
Yeah.
The main thing we can talk about in, like, whenever Luke and I struggle to talk about something, we can always, like, almost 100% of the time point to a part and say, wasn't this person's performance really great? To which, like, that leads into something else, you know what I mean? Where it's like Strawberry Trapper, like, oh, look how great Mari is, and it's like love novels. Yay. No, but
I talked about love novels just fine.
No,
you keep your biases to the street. Dude.
No. But like for solo songs, it's so hard to just be like, Honoka sounds great at this part. Like, well, yeah, I hope
there's
so.
There's just such less girl to talk about, and to be exact, there's 8 less, or like 2 less, or 1 less, and it just. I think the song's super powerful. I think all 3 of these songs are like way more powerful than what we see from Honk throughout the rest of her career. I think the first one's obviously the most powerful, but it's just like it's hard because I think we come across as kind of that more like casual analysis. You got the you got the wall of text or us talking about songs for 5 to 6 minutes a song. Shout out to the wall of text though. He's the MVP.
Hey EJ.
How you doing, EJ?
No, I'm kind of glad that we're cutting down these particular sections to like 5 or 6 minutes, just because, like the song is there for us to analyze. It's just we don't want to just be like, so at 2:57 in the song, like, you know what I mean? Like that just gets boring, and then it's like how many times can you say Honoka sings really well? Like, honestly. Last time, Honoka sings really well in all these songs.
Yeah, she's just so solid in these 3 songs, and I think it's really surprising. I think she's got, obviously she's got the most solo songs, so it helps. But throughout all 5 of her solo songs, they're all really good.
Did you say all 5?
Yeah.
You're telling me she has? I thought she had 4. Oh my God, there's
She
another one.
She has these 3, and then 1 for each Blu-ray.
Yeah, our friend Michael, Mida is like, you take that back. Like, what? You're upset that there's
and
more?
She has 5, and wherein like most of the other girls, like, obviously I'm gonna say that both of Umi's solos are really, really good, but I'm just riding that till I die. And both of Ren's are really, really good, but they didn't have 5 where they had to be good across all of them. And just consistently, Honoka's voice just works so well in a solo.
Luke, it must be nice to talk about a girl that you like all through Love Live and not just at the beginning. It must really be nice talking that you like Umi
it is
consistently
nice.
And not just early Umi.
Yeah. Early Umi is better than later Umi because she goes into alto more. But
I like her old stuff.
What?
I like her old stuff more. I mean, I'm more.
Yeah, I like to push up the glasses. take a sip of my decaf.
So, are you ready to move on? You got something else to say?
Yeah, let's get to our little question. The question we got for you guys now. Obviously, we haven't talked about all the solo songs yet, but I think most of the people in the audience have heard all of the solo songs or have a way to. And what we want to know, which year group in Muse has your favorite solo songs? So, Tyler, why don't you tell us what's your pick?
In Muse, I was about to say, well, in Muse, and like thinking about all the Aqua solo songs that have come out thus far. In Muse, Undoubtedly, unquestionably first year. Almost exclusively because of Hanayo, but we got some Rin in there. Spicaterrible, undoubtedly really great. And so is Blueberry Train. I like that one a lot. But neither of those really pushed over the edge. Ja Nai Lens, I think that's a great song, but I feel like only 3/4 of it is a good song. And I love Knows Me. Knows Me's my favorite girl, but I can't do it. But first years, come on. Nawatobi, number 4, said that already in this video, to be exact. Kodoku no Heaven coming up, I think 2 videos from now. Can't wait to talk about that one. And then the sleeper, Koi no Signal Rin Rin Rin. I love that. The Sims song. The very first time I ever heard that song was in related video hell, when I didn't get to my phone fast enough after I listened to Kodoku no Heaven and it autoplayed to Koi no Signal. This is going back, obviously. But I was like, I heard like the first part of the intro. It was like, bah, bah. I'm like, what is this song? And then like Rin shows up. I'm like, oh hey, how you doing? And like, I really like it. Hey Maki, you sang Daring. That's a pretty okay song. Don't worry.
One of 2 girls that only got 1 solo. Feels bad.
Don't worry. No.
That song's good. Song's fine.
Daring is fine, but I mean we got Nawatobi, Kodoku no Heaven.
Yeah, when you got stuff that can carry it for you.
That's me. Luke, hit us with your. What I don't even know what I was going for. Tell us what you think.
When I first thought of this, I was like, oh, it's gotta be 3rd years. Like, have you heard Ja Nai Lens? Like, I adore that song. And I was like, oh, it's the first years. Both the Rin solos. I love both the Rin solos. I was like, wait a second. Umi's the 2nd year, and I put those pieces together. Yuki no Reason at one point was my favorite song in all of Love Live. That's the duo trio solo for Umi. I'm gonna butcher this. I'm bad with Japanese names, so spare me comments.
You can do it.
Watashi Tachi wa Mirai no Hana, the 2nd year
that was pretty good
song. That the solo that she got. That song is like in my top 10, like barely outside my top 5, and might get in. I love that song. I think that song is like the embodiment of how powerful she is as a singer. And I really love Spicaterrible. Like, that song's been in like my top 15 for the past year. You know, it's a super powerful song, and it's exactly what I want from a Love Live song. And obviously, I've talked about how much I like the Olive Honk solos, how incredibly consistent they are. So if I had to choose one, it would pretty easily be the 2nd years, like on third thought, I guess.
But something you really have to consider with the 2nd years is, does the ribbon look good in your hair today?
The ribbon probably looks pretty good in her hair today. I think Umi's got a ribbon on in her 2nd year solo
This
song,
is the deepest lore.
Picture. Yeah, that's. Oh my God, we confirmed it. It wasn't Hanukkah all along. It was Umi. That's the deepest lore. That's a reference earlier in the video.
And now for the special announcement that we have been saving for this video. We had this idea for a long time. Like, we're talking like 2nd, 3rd episode long time. And we really wanted to push this, but we weren't sure when the right time was going to be. We spent a lot of thought thinking about just how this is going to work. And I think we figured it out. It's fair to say, right?
Yeah. We've been thinking about it since we did the subunit episodes, since before the subunit episodes. We didn't feel like we gave each girl their proper, moment to shine. And I think we figured out a way to do that.
So, everybody, please feast your eyes on our new series, which is called Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live. That's going to be abbreviated. Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live Center Stage, which is going to be a very well thought out episode. Usually we're kind of a little bit improvising back and forth. Like, we plan a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of improvisation going on. This is going to be like a weeks at a time project where we make sure we highlight every possible thing for this girl to make sure that we just talk, we just get everything in just for how great this girl is. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. We're going to spend a lot of time on characters, how they're involved with the story, the creation of the characters, spend time on seiyuu, and most importantly, of course, spend time on voice and their vocal talents throughout Love Live. Their best performances, some of their best live performances from the individual girls. We're going to spend a lot of, expect 20, 30, 40 minutes, maybe even, of really well-produced stuff that we're going to take a lot of time to put together.
Mm-hmm. The big thing was, again, we mentioned it in the bonus episode, if you were around for that, how we wanted to wait till we actually had the viewership. Like, we didn't want to have something as major as, here's a video all about one specific girl, to only be met with, like, you know, like 20 views. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of, we didn't want people to have to go back for it. You know what I mean? And we always talk about in different songs, like, we'll mention here and there, like, I don't know, during, Jesus, like, You Don't Know Change or something, we'll be like, oh yeah, Honoka is really great in this song, blah, blah, blah. And, like, you know, thoughts get scattered all over the place. That's just kind of unavoidable. But with these episodes, it'll be like, here's all the songs that Honoka's fantastic in. Well, probably not all the songs, but you know what I mean? It's just organized thoughts in one place that is well thought out. And very important to note, this is not at all going to be a weekly thing. This is going to be
as long as it takes for us to get. Obviously, we're gonna try to get them out quickly for you, but this is gonna be like an undergoing, you know, and however long it does take to get done, we want to create some really high quality stuff for you guys.
Yeah, we don't want to just release something like shoddy and then, you know, just have to go improv halfway through. Like, yeah, Kotori was really good. What's that one song? Nawatobi? Yeah, Kotori's really great in that song.
Yeah. I loved Kotori's part in Nawatobi. But like Tyler was saying, our first girl, we are going to start off with Honoka. And then every week after that, or every time after that, the week before, we'll have a straw poll before an episode comes out, and you guys can pick the next girl that we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to shoot for time-wise, I was saying, you know, they're going to take as long as they're going to take, but the biggest thing, we do want to get one out to you guys every 3 weeks. So the first one, you guys should be looking forward to it in the next couple weeks, hopefully very early September.
Yeah, late August or early September.
Yeah, late August, early September. They're not going to be, you know, we're probably going to try to release them on the weekends, and just try to release something really good and really insightful that you guys can look at and really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. And this obviously isn't going to replace the normal podcast episodes or the bonus episodes or anything. This is just going to be a complete side project that we're working on, you know, like maybe like do a little bit of research every day until we finally have a product that we're actually comfortable with, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we're talking about like writing scripts, like this is a big thing.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to do this. Like I was saying, you know, I didn't feel like we gave each girl enough time in the subunit episodes to really talk about who they are and what their strengths are, and just the character itself. We didn't spend any time on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we neglect. Highlight. Yeah, it's like honestly, like when have we talked about Seiyus other than saying like they're really fun, or like talk about like exactly when Hanayo was shy and then overcame her fear. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Like it's we've of course mentioned it here and there, but again, just organized thoughts. And, you know, we are droning on and on about this. So please look forward to it in the coming weeks. Again, late August, early September. First of all, thank you guys. Like we mentioned in the bonus episode, but just to say it again, thank you guys so much for 100 plus subs and 300 plus likes on Facebook. That is something that we like.
That's Gucci.
We didn't expect anybody to care about this podcast. Like, we expected to have maybe like 3 dedicated fans who'd like comment on videos just to be like, oh yeah, good video guys, and like not actually watch it. But like it means so much that you guys watch to the end and actually answer the questions and stuff like that. Like that is so far and beyond what we expected, and we're so happy to see your comments and see that you like. Every time I open my phone and I see that the video has 1 new like, I'm like, yeah, someone liked the video. Someone liked it. It's just, obviously we couldn't have gotten here without you guys, but hey, thank you so much for everything you guys have done for us.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, remember to leave your comment down below for your favorite age group solo, and I think that wraps up everything for this week.
I think so too, guys. Look forward to Center Stage. All right, have a good one, guys. Thank you.